That title is not a lie, my fellow Chibits. That is in fact happening. Dragon Ball Super is coming to an end. Episode 131 will mark the end of Dragon Ball Super. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just left many wondering. And by this time of me making this video, the announcement of this has been out for a couple hours now, so you most likely might have already heard. But I want to get my thoughts on the subject out, just to kind of explain what might happen. So, the series is ending. And the rumor of this has been happening for a while. I've seen this rumor, circulating around, the anime community or Dragon Ball community for a while. It's been circulating for like a month and a half, 2 months now. It's been going on. And it does seem like that rumor or speculation has turned out to be, in fact, true. So what happens next? Well, when you look at the show, like the Tournament of Power arc that we're currently in, since it's going to be ending in like a couple of months, we're only going to be able to finish this arc. Once this arc is done, that's basically it for the show. So the Tournament of Power is the final arc of Dragon Ball Super. And when you look at the arc of the Tournament of Power, it doesn't really look like it should be the end, because there's just so much left to really be expanded upon or explained. I mean, the Frieza situation, to Zeno, to the other universes, to the universes that were already erased prior to everything going on right now in Super. I mean, even also the fight with Beerus, Goku and Vegeta going up against Beerus. I mean, there's so many things. And then, the wishing of the wishing universes back to life and all that, bringing them back. I mean, or merging the universes. I mean, there's so many theories out there. It just does not feel like the Tournament of Power is the final arc. It just doesn't feel like that. It feels more like a gateway to something even bigger, something grander, something that is beyond whatever this arc is, something way beyond we don't even know what to expect. And so when you look at Tournament of Power, it just doesn't feel like the definitive final arc. It doesn't. And so, even though it's coming to an end, I still do not believe that Dragon Ball in general is over. I don't believe so. And let me explain why. Yes, the series is coming to an end. Okay, we know Dragon Ball Super is going to be ending, okay, in a couple months from now, in April. But even then, though, even though it's going to be going on a hiatus and all of that, okay, it's going on a hiatus, probably. Or, even if it ends, it's just going to be a long hiatus. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they have a movie. Toei Animation is currently working on a movie for Dragon Ball. This was already announced a month or so ago. It was announced that a movie for Dragon Ball was coming out. And it's coming out sometime later this year, around like in December, November, somewhere around in there. I think that's the date it's going to be coming out. And so when you think about it, Dragon Ball Super ending around this time earlier in the year will allow Toei Animation to kind of get everything in order, to work on the movie, but also plan ahead for where to take Dragon Ball. And I feel like it'll just be a break. It'll probably be about a year break. I would assume so. Probably maybe Dragon Ball Super will start up again maybe sometime next year after the movie airs. After, the new Dragon Ball movie airs. I believe that might be the opening plot for whatever to expect in the next series of Dragon Ball. It might no longer be called Dragon Ball Super. It might be called something entirely different. And so that's kind of how you can view this right now. But the big thing at hand, the big question is that with it coming to an end, what's going to happen? What is the ending of this arc going to be like? Well, I always assumed that if we were going to have a break for Dragon Ball and all that, we were probably going to get to the end where, we saw Oob. At the end of Dragon Ball Z, with Oob popping up, Goku fighting him and stuff, that entire event takes place after Dragon Ball Super. And there's a lot of stuff in that doesn't seem to be really canon anymore when you really think about it. And I believe when Dragon Ball Super is going to come to an end, I believe that we are probably going to have like a re-showing of that. Reanimate and all that, kind of a retelling to that Oob stuff, and get to see Goku go on a journey with Oob to train him. Something like that might happen. But it doesn't seem to be the case, in fact. That doesn't seem to be what's going on here. So the only thing that could seem likely right now is if there's a possibility that Universe 7 might not win. Now, just think about it like this, okay? Imagine if, okay, once this arc continues, we get to the final fight. What if Goku and Vegeta and everybody else, they lose? Either Jiren, he makes it on top, he manages to win, and all the universes are obliterated, and maybe he decides to wish all the universes back or something. That could be it, or maybe Frieza wins in the end and something else happens and we have a cliffhanger. I could definitely see Toei Animation maybe giving us a cliffhanger to let us know that there is definitely more coming. Because right now, let's just be real, okay? Besides just the series and the plot and all of that, Dragon Ball is too popular, okay? At the end of the day, Dragon Ball is too popular. It is a cash cow, okay? It's a big cow. And Toei is fully aware of this, okay? They're fully aware of how popular Dragon Ball is. I mean, even to this day, even in the States, it's very popular. I mean, look, it's getting simulcast and dubbed right now. It's getting dubbed right now, while the series is still airing. It's definitely an improvement compared to the previous stuff of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. So, Dragon Ball is still very big, not just in Japan, but also outside of Japan. And Toei is fully aware of this. They're fully aware that this series is big. It's a very big series, and so there's just no way they would end it here. The whole reason why they brought it back in the first place is because they knew there was a lot of fans to the series and they wanted more. So, even if we don't have a cliffhanger to Dragon Ball Super, there's gonna be more. End of discussion. It's obvious. There will be more. Just, it might be a hiatus for a year or two, but I do believe there will be more. This might give Toei some time to plan out where to take the story. Where, you know, Akira Toriyama and all of them want to take the story, and when they can discuss it with Toei, that could be what happens. So, who knows? But for now, though, at the very least, we still have the manga. Yes, we do have the manga of Dragon Ball Super, and for all we know, maybe the reason why they're stopping for now is because they want the manga to get ahead of the anime. That could be a potential possibility. I mean, think about it like this. Even though the manga chapters only release monthly, maybe this will give the manga some time to get ahead of the, you know, the actual art going on in the anime and allow it to where Toei can follow the manga, which would be really cool. Get everything in line. Get the stories in line together and all that to where they're not going over each other and you can have a comparison because, you know, in all honesty, the manga at this point in time, I like it a lot better than the anime. But I just love watching the anime because I get to hear the voice acting, the music, stuff like that. And also, it's beyond the manga. So maybe Toei is also taking a break for the possibility of the manga getting ahead of the anime so they can adapt the manga, follow it, and they don't have to have any discrepancies. They don't have to go through, you know, Akira Toriyama and all of them. They could just, you know, follow it and everything will be completely fine. Maybe make some slight changes here and there, but nothing too radical. So yeah, I just wanted to point out that could be a potential possibility. Maybe that is why they're doing it. But for now, though, we do have a movie. This isn't the end of Dragon Ball. It is probably going to come back. Probably maybe not this year, but maybe next year, early next year once, you know, the movie comes out and stuff. But I just want to make sure everybody's fully aware that this is real news and Dragon Ball Super will be ending very soon. So let me know your thoughts. How do you all feel about this? How do you feel about the series ending in, you know, a couple months? I mean, when you really think about it, Dragon Ball Super has been around since 2015 now, right? It's been about 3 years now. So, it's crazy. It's crazy when you really think about it that this series has been going on that long. It's crazy. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. I love you guys. If you want to get notified for whenever I upload a new video, please click the bell icon down below next to the subscribe button. Please be safe. Chibi out.